So today I work for a non-profit organization which is called Dastak, and it's an access to justice center for women and girls, where we run different programs where we try to facilitate their sort of access to justice, which is through legal aid, an emergency shelter for survivors of violence. Then we also work with children in prisons, and generally on issues of child abuse, child labor, and then we also work directly with survivors of violence, in the sense, making sure that they have a comprehensive sort of set of package where we're able to deal with all their sort of multiple needs that they have in the society. And then we also want to address factors which give impetus to violence against women in the first place. And that we do through doing a lot of advocacy, law reform work. We want to sort of, work with parliamentarians to get laws reformed, also implementation
So you
of
work
laws.
on the policy side.
On the policy side also, because a lot of our work is sort of contingent on laws being implemented,
Obviously.
right? Or the laws being able to actually help out the woman, right? So when we see gaps in the law, or when we say the law is not being implemented, that we're not really able to help out the woman the way that the law was originally envisaged to help that woman out, right? So we work on that area also, but then we also work on training and capacity building and awareness, so that more people find out about their legal rights, more people find out about like child protection laws, women protection laws. So that's another area that we work on. And then we also work on, training practitioners, other practitioners in this area, because whatever we've learned over the years, we really want to sort of share that knowledge with other people, and also with the government sector. I mean, why do non-profits come in being in the first place? Is because we're sort of filling in the gaps for the state, right? And so then it sort of becomes, we feel it's also our responsibility to. So we also work with government practitioners, where we want to train them on what we've learned over the years. Because why do non-profits rise in the first place? Because we're really filling in the gaps for the state, right? So it's really important for us to elevate the state sort of services also, so that they come at par. I mean, ideally the situation is that we don't need to offer these services in the private sector. They should all be offered in the state sector. But till that point, I think it's really important for us to continue to work with the government sector. We're not at sort of at some kind of battle with the government sectors, which often they feel there's a public-private kind of clash, right? We want to work exactly like a public-private partnership, right? And we want to take like public sort of institutions along with us, and so that we all offer the same standard of service. It can't be that a woman who's going to a private sector gets a different kind of service, and a woman who's going to like a public thing will get a different kind of service. It's not fair to her. She doesn't know, and so she needs to. And because we work with the human rights-based approach, it's important for everybody to respect our fundamental rights. So that's an area also that we feel that we need to work, very consistently, because we want to sort of, like I said, like elevate state services also.